So Tumelo took a stand, and we're waiting for Tumelo as a friend to send to the late Senzo Meyiwa to at least come here and defend the Senzo Meyiwa, because he's silent. But what we have seen from him is a sense of arrogance, a sense of rudeness. Whosoever told Tumelo that he's full of intellect, I think they played him. There's a difference between being an intelligent person and rudeness, arrogance, and all the stuff. Also, if you go to court, I think he doesn't understand why he's there. He thinks he's there to defend himself. For the fact that you think you are there to defend yourself, that says a lot about you. We've seen Tumelo taking the stand, saying things that actually discredit things that were said by Zandi Khumalo. Wait a minute, I'm about to show you where Tumelo exposed Zandi Khumalo big time, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, what happened here? You know what I'm saying? Aren't they supposed to have a collaborated story of some sort? But it turns out that no, actually the story, if you listen to the evidence, don't listen to or don't watch with emotions and follow Tumelo's rudeness and arrogance. Just listen to the story. You will notice that the story, it keeps falling apart slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? We've been watching, we've been listening. The story keeps falling apart, guys. And then Tumelo, boom, drops a bombshell. Expose Zandi Khumalo, expose even Mthokozi at some point, you know what I'm saying? And expose the Ngasha family as well. Hey, guys, kushushu, things are happening. But before we get into this one, there's one thing that I wanna ask from you guys. Are you interested to know more about all of this? Then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that is you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, good people? You need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. Why does the YouTube has to do that? It has to do it because we are on our journey to 20,000 subscribers before the end of August, and we will be there. You know what I'm saying? We will get to that. So what you need to do in order for us to get there fast is that you need to like the video. It tells the algorithm to say people like the video, promote it more. So press the like button. You need to watch the video till the end. It tells the YouTube algorithm to say, wait, people are watching this video till the end. You need to comment. It tells the algorithm to say, hey, people are commenting, so meaning people like this video. Also, ultimately, you need to share the video. Don't forget, you need to watch the ads. That's how you financially contribute to this channel, and I am seeing a change, you know what I'm saying, as far as that is concerned. And thank you very much. Sooner or later, I'm gonna declare my finances to you guys. If you continue, I'm gonna declare my finances. Also, if you are looking for an inspiration, I'm gonna do that. If you're interested to know more about that, tell me in the comment section below. Let's start here. We have Tumelo on the stand. Mr. Tumza, hey, remember I asked the question of Lobola, you know, I was waiting for that question to say, Tumelo, how are you going to, you know, what are you going to say about, about this man, you being there for Lobola? And now let me give you a context here. The public figure being Zandi Khumalo told us that Tumelo was there all the way from KZN. He arrived here to negotiate Lobola, and we've been questioning that to say, under which culture does a friend negotiate Lobola for you? In Zulu culture and other cultures, Swati, Xhosa, whatever, there's no such. A friend cannot negotiate a Lobola for you. It does not happen. It is always the duties of the uncles or duties of the elders of the family. You can be there, but you are not even there to negotiate. You are just accompanying them, but not to negotiate. You know what I'm saying? It's worse if you are a friend. But the public figures and the comment told us that Tumelo was there to negotiate the Lobola. Then Advocate Ramasepele asked this question. So why were you here? Were you here to negotiate the Lobola? He's like, yeah. I don't know anything of that sort. And he even asked this question that I asked to say, don't don't you know that if ever there's such an event, the people that must be there, it's the elderly people. And I was like, wow. Actually, Tumelo, he's telling the truth here. You know what I'm saying? Now, but here's an interesting part about Tumelo himself. I'm gonna go to I started with this one, which was also a highlight. Guys, there are quite a number of things that Tumelo said. Now, Advocate Ramasepele asked Tumelo Ogoti, wait a minute, tell me, how do you recognize the other suspect? He gives a general description that he had a bad look in this thing, I forgot that right name for it. So it was trimmed nicely, her hoodie, dreadlocks. He gives general description. And the second suspect rose his hand as the second suspect and say, part of the things that you're describing to say, look, I had hair here, actually it doesn't grow. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Advocate Ramasepele told Tumelo that I put it to you that the description that you are giving not only is a vague description, but it's also a general description which can fit to anybody. Then Tumelo resort to this thing, Zandi Khumalo. When I walk into the court, I feel him. You know what I'm saying? I saw him. But previously, he could not describe this person. Do you see what I'm saying? You were given a chance, you couldn't describe this person. You walk into the court, suddenly your feelings or emotions, and he even tells them that I don't fear you, man. I don't fear you, man. Tumelo, I told you, Tumelo, he comes across as Peter in the Bible. Peter says to Jesus, wherever you go, I will die with you. But when the reality strikes, he was the first to run away. He comes across to me as that person. You know what I'm saying? And he keeps proving me that he's exactly that person. He's overconfident, and it is the confident that is going to kill him. In life, when you become too confident or too shy, life is going to chow you. You need to have both a little bit of respect in life, and also you need to have you need to walk circumspectly, and also you need the confidence. So it always have to be the combination of two. Once you have this one, extreme of this one or extreme of that one, you are bound to fall. That is what we are going to see with Tumelo. He's cracking very easily, even though he's so arrogant, but he's cracking very easily. You know what I'm saying? So Advocate Ramasepele then said, then he was asked about the issue of crushes. No, you know what I'm saying? So he said, look, he said that Advocate Ramasepele said that Zandi said she used your crutches to hit these guys. Look, Zandi says that he used my crutches to hit the second suspect. Tumelo, when he responded and said, I don't know anything about that. I didn't say of such things. You know what I'm saying? In fact, they were saying when you used your own hands to hit the second suspect. This is bomb number 2. Wah! Tumelo says, I used my hands, not the crushes. No, I used this. And let's listen. So that's expose number 2. The first one was the issue of lobola. The second one was the issue of crushes. And Tumelo crushed that and said, no. That did not happen. So who's telling the truth between Zandi? Because we are talking about crutches here. That so number 2, we have proven that these witnesses are lying. And you guys, go shoo. Now here is an interesting question again. So the first bullet went, or when the gun was cocked, the first bullet went out. No problem. You went into the hiding, into that room where there was Kelly Khumalo's child sleeping. You went there with your phone. Now there is an incident in the house. Why did you fail to call 10111? Because he says, I'm new in this place. That's again, he's so being evasive. You know what I'm saying? Under normal circumstances, normal people, what they do, they look under such difficult circumstances, normal people, they call police. Guys, I've been hijacked in 2020 prior to the beginning of lockdown in South Africa, which was started, I think it began around 26 March 2020. In February of that year, I was hijacked and kidnapped at Boydens Road, and they dumped me in Soweto. Boydens Road is just when you're about to enter Joburg. They dumped me in Soweto. The first thing after being released, they released me around 9 to 10, around the 10. The first thing that I went to was to find the police. That's why I was transported to Moroka police station. I'm saying, Tumelo, there's something that he's saying there that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? There's something that is saying that doesn't really make sense at all. And then you had all the time to call 10-111, yet you failed. Then Advocate Ramasepele, his testification was that I've never called that number before. So Advocate Ramasepele then said something which is something that we've been saying as well, that the intruders that went into that house, Advocate Ramasepele says that the intruders that went into that house are one of the most South Africans' dumbest thieves ever. You are fighting with people. You are here to get your money and your cell phone, to get their money and cell phone, and then they start fighting you. You're not responding. You're not doing anything. You're just looking at them doing whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly what Name I've been saying, to say, no, man. This might have been these thieves. They were not sober. They were not on drugs. Probably they were sick, because people who are on drugs, they can kill you easily. So, and people who are sober, they would have done their job and left you. We have seen not long ago a church being robbed live. We have seen how quick those thieves are moving. But the ones that robbed the Khumalo family, no, they had all the time in the world. They don't care. Like, exactly my point. And then Advocate Ramasepele had these 5 things to say about had these 5 things to say to Tumelo. And the number 1, he says, Zandi hide her phone. Zandi doesn't call the police. That's the number 1 thing. Remember, we've moved from Tumelo. Zandi hide her phone, but Zandi still failed to call the police. That's when you begin to say, nah, something here. Number 2, Khumalo's phone is next to them, but these intruders did not take the phone. That's why he called them the most South Africans' dumbest thieves we have ever had on record. If ever they are in real life, because when you're looking at it in real life, no. In real life, thieves, when they get into the house, they want to take whatever they want to take, even if they don't get everything that they are here for, but they want to take what they are here, look, at least what they find, and they want to leave as quick as possible. It's always smash and grab like a situation, you know what I'm saying? But the ones that went into that house had a whole time in the world. Advocate Ramasepele says, their phone, Khumalo's phone is charging next to them. They are here to ask for a phone, but they leave the phone next to them. They left that house. A phone of Khumalo's phone is next to them. They did nothing to that phone. Advocate Ramasepele says Long were left with his phone. These thieves are here for money and cell phone. So they don't, Long were left with money and Long were left with his cell phone. These intruders, they are not actually, they don't care about those things. And I'm sitting, I'm like, yeah, advocate, you are right. Advocate, you know what I'm saying? And then I think that was the number, the number 4, he says, the intruders didn't even search everyone in the house. And Tumelo says, yeah, they couldn't have done that. We were many. Guys, we have seen people, 3 people robbing a bank. The entire crew, probably they find customers inside the shop, inside the bank. They rob everyone. Everybody goes down. We have seen probably 3 or 4 people will do that. There are others outside that are waiting to look with the getaway cars. So Tumelo tells their justification to say we were many doesn't make sense. If intruders are coming to your house, they are pointing a firearm at you, everybody goes down and they search you and they take whatever they take. That's real criminals. The ones that we are being told about here does not exist. So Advocate Ramasepele exposed him, and also he decided to expose Zandi Khumalo. You know what I'm saying? Then the number 5 point was interjected by the judge, and Advocate Ramasepele decided that I'm going to withdraw that one. And then he goes into this one. The statement that was made by Tumelo to Kininda, I'm not sure if I was able to point out the intruders. The statement was saying that I will not be able to point out the intruders, but he gets to court and suddenly he's able to prove everything. Hey, Tumelo Buffett. I don't know who told Tumelo, but whosoever advised Tumelo, he lives a lot. He lives a lot to be look. So he's saying that now if you have seen your face, now even in 20 years you will see your face. He's even saying these ones are the ones that I saw. These ones are the ones that I saw. But there's a statement that says I might not be able to point them out. You see this thing of being confident, that's why I said to you, there's a danger when you are being extremely shy, extremely humble, or you are being extremely confident. There's a danger. You need the two in life. You need to be humble, but at the same time you need to be wise. But Tumelo seems to be possessing one aspect, and that is being overconfident, and that is his downfall. The more you try to prove a point, the more you overemphasize a point that look, it's always the case is, or the presupposition or the conclusion that people are most likely to reach is that you are shady. You know what I'm saying? Good people never emphasize a point. They say it once and they leave. Those are people who know their stories. The other one is that now here is where it gets tricky here. Tumelo acknowledged that he was also borrowed a phone to make a phone call, right? He acknowledged. Did you call Hazel, Noctula Hazel Thorpe? I don't remember, but I did call Sfiso. Do you remember us guys talking about in Tapseng's phone that Tapseng acknowledged that she gave two people a phone. Then Tumelo confessed that he's one of those that were benefited from that phone. So how is it that we haven't had the state going as far as getting Tapseng's phone's record, and so we can understand now, okay, Kelly Khumalo made some call. What was the content there on? What was the conversation all about? Togo made few calls using Tapseng's phone because he did not have an airtime. That is why he had his phone, his phone in his position, but he did not have airtime. And because he did not have airtime, Tapseng had airtime. He used that airtime to call people. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand where we're going with this? If ever there's a person here that we need to, if ever there's a person of interest here that we need her phone record, it is in Tapseng. Tapseng's phone record will give us a direction to look, will give us an indication as to Kelly Khumalo couldn't call the ambulance. Remember that Zandi Khumalo had left the house to seek for help, right? She even go to my parent, Kelly Khumalo and her mother. Both of them, they can't call the police, right? They can't call the ambulance. All of this time, they couldn't make a call to all these important emergency services, service providers such as the SAPS and the ambulance. They couldn't do that. They get to the hospital. The first thing that they want to do is to call Chico Twal. You're not even thinking to say, let me call the family myself and explain what has happened. No. Despite the fact that somebody's child who belongs to a certain family down in KZN, you don't even have the audacity to say the first thing that I want to do is to call the mother and at least explain, give a 2-minute explanation of what had happened. You know what I'm saying? That's a reasonably and morally sound act. But no, you can't call the police, you can't call the family of the deceased, yet you had the audacity to call Chico. Chico is not even an investigating officer, he's not even a police, he is a musician. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what we know. Maybe underground there are things that we don't know about Chico, but from what we know on the surface is that he's a musician. You are a musician, there's that relationship. Why is it that he's so important in your life that you can compromise everything just to call Chico Twala? So then you've got Mthokozisi that made few calls. He also agreed. He made a call to Senzo Meyiwa's brother, the late Senzo Meyiwa's brother, the deceased brother, right? He made a call to some other people as well. You know what I'm saying? So look at the point here is which phone is being used? Whose phone is being used? Tapseng's phone. So if ever there are phone records that can give us something I pray that that phone doesn't get deleted, you know, because Kelly Khumalo's phone information was deleted few hours after the incident. I pray that that phone doesn't get stolen, or the information doesn't get deleted. Number two, I also pray that Tumelo's phone is as well, but I think that one doesn't give us much. You know what I'm saying? But that's the direction that I would wish to see the state taking going forward. So there is this question that he was asked. Now there's another expose that he pulled on Zandi Khumalo. But before we get into that one, he's asked this question to say, wait a minute. According to the Ngacha son, Mthokozisi jumped the wall to their family and jumped back. He asked this important question. He's like, how do you leave a house that is besieged? People there are under threat, right? You jump for safety and you immediately jump back. Take a pause. Think of that question for a moment. Think about what Tumelo or what Mthokozisi had said, because what Tumelo is saying, it's an act from Mthokozisi. We will go back and I will remember what Tumelo said about that incident. But take a look at it. Is it not Mthokozisi who said that when he jumped back, the first person he saw was Khumalo? Why? Because Khumalo was outside. This thing, that is where you see that the story, they have rehearsed, but somehow you keep seeing the story just falling apart because it's not the truth. Truth, you don't have to rehearse it. You know what I'm saying? Tumelo came to the stand prepared, but Oksalayo, he is slowly but surely cracking himself, even though he's prepared, but he's slowly but surely cracking. That's what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Then there is this part where Tumelo is talking about what is this thing? He's talking about, remember, let me remind you. Remember, Zandi Khumalo said to us, when they took Senzo into the car, what happened was, she then went to the driver's, to the left side, the front, but the left side, right? Not the driver's side. And she entered that and then jumped back into the car and so to jump into the back seat to help assist Senzo Meyiwa, to help assist in the lifting of Senzo Meyiwa. Tumelo asked this question. In other words, just posed a serious doubt and said, I'm gonna phrase it the way he said it. He said, even if he did it, even if she did it, what she would have done, because Senzo Meyiwa, she is that heavy. Technically, there was no such a thing as Zandi Khumalo helping in terms of lifting Senzo Meyiwa. So in order for Senzo Meyiwa to get into the car, because Senzo Meyiwa was heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, bana. This guy was there to expose Zandi Khumalo's lies. Somehow, you know, you might look at such evidence and say, he exposed Zandi Khumalo in things that probably doesn't matter that much, some of it, but it matters because the credibility of witnesses on the stand, whatever they are saying, it has to collaborate. If it doesn't, then their credibility is under threat. That means we then have to go to docket number 2 then and prosecute them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you see what I'm saying, but yeah, that is what we have observed as far as Judge Ramasepele cross-examining Tumelo, and we've seen Tumelo cracking. You know what I'm saying? He cracked very simple. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna move to let's wait for advocate. The next one, it's gonna be Advocate Mnisi as well. So let's see how much evidence is he going to reveal as he or is he going to give us as he's being cross-examined by Advocate Mnisi. But yeah, I want to know from you. Get into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about all of these things. You and I will see each other in the next video. But until that next video, good people, please take care.